Welcome back. We learned about drawable, layout, mipmap, values, and XML folders inside the resources folder. The resources folder contains many folders and many assets. We can create new Android resource directories. For example, in this video, I'm going to create a menu. So there are a lot of resource types you can create: animation, color, animator, font, drawable, layout, and others. I'll select menu and keep the directory name as it. Click OK, and inside this menu folder, I'll create a new menu resource file. I'll name it as my own menu. Click OK, and here we go. This is our menu file. In Android Studio, the menu folder is a resource folder that holds XML files defining menu structures for your Android application. The menu folder is typically located within the resources directory of your Android project. Menu resources define the options and actions available in your app's action bar or toolbar or in contextual menus. Let's discuss the menu.xml file. The menu element. The root element menu defines the entire menu. It contains one or more item elements representing individual items in the menu. I'll create two items. I'll define the ID. I'll give it as new note. Icon. I can specify the icons, so mipmap, launcher round, for example. I can set the title, new note. Also, I can use the resources folder that we learned before, which is the strings.xml. So I'll define string, give it a name, new note, and give it the value new note. Also, I can define another string, save note. Let's go to my own menu.xml. I can use the strings resources by specifying string tag / new note, and you can see I'm getting the new note text from the strings.xml. I can define another item in the same way: ID, save note, icon. You can give it whatever you want, and the title will be from string.save note. Here I'm creating a menu with two items. The item element represents an option or action in the menu. Attributes such as ID, icon, title, show as action are commonly used to define the item's ID, icon, text, and how it should be displayed. Show as action attribute determines how an item is displayed in the action bar or toolbar. The value if room indicates that the item should be shown in the action bar if there is room. Now, let's go and inflate this menu in our application. So open your activity, which is the Kotlin file. And here I'll override a method called onCreateOptionsMenu. Type on create options menu, and I'm overriding this method. OnCreateOptionsMenu method is part of the app.compat activity lifecycle. It's used to inflate the menu resource associated with an activity. This method is called when the activity is initially created and the menu needs to be displayed in the action bar or toolbar. So this method is used to inflate, to display the menu resource. I'll remove this, and I'm using the menu inflator dot inflate r.menu. This is the resource folder, resource r, menu folder dot my own menu, value as menu. The menu inflator is an instance of menu inflator class provided by the Android framework. It's used to instantiate menu objects from XML. And inflate method is method called on the menu inflator. It takes two parameters. The first one, which is the reference to XML resource file, my own menu that we created before, that defines the menu structure, and the menu this menu object passed as a parameter to the onCreateOptionsMenu method. The inflated menu items will be added to this object. And here I need to specify a return value. The onCreateOptionsMenu should return a Boolean value. It indicates whether the menu should be displayed. Returning true indicates that the menu should be displayed, and returning false would prevent it from being displayed. Here, I need to return true because I need to display this menu. If we run the program now, we can see there are no menus displayed in my application because this theme prevents us from displaying menus. If we go back to the resources and go back to the themes, you can see the parent theme from which I inherit my own style is inheriting from no action bar. I can remove it. You can use action bar or you can remove it. Okay, remove it. Let's run again. And here we go. This is our action bar. If we go to here, just click on the 3 dots and you can see our menu is inflated and displayed with 2 items, new note and save note. Also, you can handle the click events on these items. So if we go back here, I'll inherit and override a new method called onOptionsItemSelected. This method will handle actions when menu items are selected. OnOptionsItemSelected is overridden to handle different menu item selections based on their IDs. Here, I should specify the ID of the selected item. If item equal to r.id.newNote or .equals, because if we go back, my own menu, here the value of it is a string. So I need to use equals method to compare the item that it is selected with the ID. If it is equal to this ID, then I'll display a toast message to the user telling him that you select a new note. Now, let's run again. This is our menu. If I select new note, nothing happened because I didn't compare the item, which is a menu item. I need to get the item ID. Here I'm getting the item ID from the item, the selected item, and I'm comparing it with the r.id.note. Run again, click on new note, and you can see you select a new note. Again, guys, click on new note, and here we go. This is how we handle click events on the menu items and how to create a new item in your Android applications. And by the way, you can compare these items using the equals sign because these are integers. So, thanks for your watching. We learned how to create menus and how to handle the click events on these menus.